Douglas Ross has formally withdrawn the motion of no confidence in Humza Yousaf after forcing his resignation. But the Scottish Labour leader says his vote on the government itself will go ahead. Douglas Ross will no longer press ahead with his motion of no confidence in Humza Yousaf after saying it had achieved its goal of forcing the First Minister to quit. The Scottish Conservative leader said it was job done. However, Scottish Labour leader Anas Sarwar said he will seek to continue with his confidence vote in the SNP government itself. Speaking on BBC Good Morning Scotland, Mr Sarwar said, "The principle of our motion still stands. I don't believe the SNP can give a stable, competent government. It is unleadable and ungovernable, and that is why we need a change of government." When Rishi Sunak took over, as Prime Minister, from Liz Truss, Nicola Sturgeon said the door of Downing Street was not a revolving door or a plaything of one party, and the same applies here. Mr Sarwar said the SNP is deeply divided and dysfunctional and vowed that Scottish Labour was ready to fight a snap Holyrood election tomorrow if Holyrood votes that it has no confidence in the current administration. It is likely to win support from Labour's 22 MSPs, plus 31 Scots Tories and 4 Lib Dems, falling 8 votes short of the 65 required to topple the government. Alba MSP Ash Regan may also back the motion after Mr Yousaf chose to fall on his sword rather than do a deal with Alex Salmond's party. The Scottish Greens, who had said they would vote in favour of the Tory motion of no confidence in Mr Yousaf himself, are now likely to support the government, along with the 63 SNP MSPs. Insiders do not expect any of the party rebels such as Fergus Ewing or Kate Forbes to take the nuclear option at this stage. Should Scottish Labour win their vote of no confidence in the government, all ministers would have to resign and Parliament would be dissolved, which would almost certainly lead to a Scottish election. Even if, as seems likely, the motion fails, it is still a major headache for the chaos-stricken SNP. Job done in terms of Humza Yousaf. However, the Scots Tory motion has now been formally withdrawn and Mr Ross said, "The next goal for my party is to see off this feuding, failing SNP government and switch the focus away from their independence obsession and onto the public's real priorities, such as growing the economy and improving Scotland's ailing public services. As it's job done in terms of Humza Yousaf, there is no longer any need for us to press ahead with a debate on our no-confidence motion." Instead, the party has asked for the 30-minute slot allocated for the debate to instead be set aside for the Lord Advocate to make a statement and take questions on the Post Office Horizon scandal. Mr Ross said, "It's essential, for Scottish victims of this appalling miscarriage of justice, that the SNP government clear up the blatant contradictions in their position on Horizon. On the one hand, ministers are demanding that UK legislation be extended to Scotland, yet, on the other, the Lord Advocate is opposed to the blanket exonerations that lie at the heart of it.